Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. So this is a clip from a previously recorded video. This is a much shorter clip of it. But as always, not financial advice, for entertainment only. Do your own research. And I'm invested in closing companies. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. And let's get into the clip. So Terawulf announces April 2023 production and operations update. And increased hash rate capacity by over 21% month over month to 4 exahash as of April 30th, 2023. So this is good. They're like one of the ones that have been growing really nicely, along with the Cypher, right? So it seems like the ones that have been growing, the newer miners that are growing really well, Cypher, Terawulf as well, are getting a lot of, you could say, love from investors, right? They're loving these companies that are growing really fast, compared to some of the other miners that have been out, for 2 years, 3 years. Some have been out for 5 years now, almost 6 years, like Hut, Hive, right, and all those. Riot's still getting love because they're growing so much. So investors are definitely looking for growth, I think. Okay, so here are the April 2023 highlights. Self-mined 239 Bitcoin in April with an average production rate of about 8 Bitcoins per day. Power cost averaged at 6.6 per Bitcoin produced, so that's really good there. Or approximately 3 cents per kilowatt hour in April. That's really good. Some miners are around 4.5, 5, 5.5. So being at 3 cents is really good. Okay, and then here we have the metrics, hosting revenue. So they do have some hosting there, power cost, average operating hash rate. I don't like average operating hash rate. I want to know the end of the month hash rate they had installed. And running revenue, yeah, so they're using the average Bitcoin price here, power cost per Bitcoin. It's good there. Let's see if we have anything else here. I don't think there's anything. Oh, there is. Production operation update. So Terawulf is in the final stages of construction on building 2, which will increase Lake Mariner's operational capacity to over 110 megawatts in the coming weeks. Combined, the company expects to have a total operational capacity of 50,000 miners, 5.5 exahash in Q2 2023, representing approximately 160 megawatts of power on demand. So that's good there. They're continuing to grow. Getting to 5.5 is definitely going to be good for them as well. So let's take a look at Terawulf here really quick, and we'll call it a day. Okay, so Terawulf has 186 million shares outstanding. Stock price is $1.78. Market cap is at 331 million right now. So they are valued more than Hut 8 is currently, and possibly even more than Argo. I can't remember what Argo was. Argo was at, let's see, what was Argo at? Argo was at 87 yet. So they're definitely getting better valued at the current market here. You can also see that their last 1 week, 4 week, 8 week, and 12 week numbers here. Current hash rate is 4 exahash. Future hash rate I have them at 5.3. They're saying 5.5. So my numbers might be off a little bit here. So they have about 1.5 exahash left of growth in them. And you can see their BTC production has been really good here. The first, from like April through September, was an estimate on my part of what they report, because it really went public, I think, in right around October, something like that, when they started providing production updates. And this is what we've had from them ever since. And we've had pretty good increases. We've had some dips here along the way, but overall it's been in the upward trajectory, which is good, which is what we want to see. Now, they do not hodl anything. They pretty much, whatever they mine, they sell to fund operations and growth. Hash rate we just talked about, BTC, we talked about that, them selling it. And you can see their increases here in Bitcoin production. HODL is 0. Bitcoin efficiency is also down towards the bottom end, but as you grow a lot, you also sacrifice efficiency, because those miners are now running for the full month of operations. They're only mining for, on average, 15 to 20 days, depending on when they get in, sometimes even less. Okay, and you can see here how much Bitcoins they have been selling here. They've been selling everything that they do mine. Hash rate, you can see hash rate has also been increasing nicely ever since they started reporting it. Back in October, had a nice jump here. In February, they were up about 1.1 exahash. March was about 730 petahash. April, 670. So nice continued growth there as well. You can see their revenue also has been increasing quite nicely over time as well. So that's good there. Investors like seeing that as well. Hash rate difference you can see down here. Bitcoin sold value you can see down here. Last 4 quarters revenue has been increasing every quarter, which is great to see. And then their last 4 quarters operating costs, self-mining, has been basically pretty flat, right around 6.8, 6.4, right in between there. So it's not too bad. It's actually pretty good. We'll see what the Q1 results come in at with them mining for themselves for the full quarter there with a lot of machines in. Okay. Other metrics here, we don't have a lot of data. Cost of mining, we only have basically the Q3 and Q4 numbers, which has come down, which is good to see. And then Bitcoin mined quarterly has increased as well, which is also good to see. Debt to equity, lower is better. So this is getting on the higher end here, and then this one's coming down here. So they do have a problem with assets, current assets, and their current liabilities. So that's one of the issues that a lot of the investors are still kind of worried about, is you have Q4 14.14 million in assets, while your current liabilities are 126 million, right? So there's a big disconnect between those two numbers, and they definitely need to pay that down as much as they can. And thankfully, they've been generating more and more revenue here as Bitcoin has been gone up in price, but they're also mining more. That should help them out as well. Okay. Institution-wise, institutions have increased also to 95 from 90, so that's good. Their shares increased to 14.39 million from 12.33 million, so that's also good. So now they account for 7.73% owned by institutions. We still only have one buy rating on them and a target of $2 for the high, average is $2, and the low is $2. So they're kind of on the low end here. I think they should be more around $2.30. They're $1.78 right now, and I'm guessing on the higher end they could be around $3.46 currently. But as they continue to grow, Bitcoin goes up in value, they can obviously fetch much higher price for that. Okay. As far as the miners that got installed this or past month, in April, we can see that we installed the 140 terahash miners. Looks like those are all installed now. We still have some of these 100 terahash miners that need to get installed here potentially, and that would be it for right now that I have them. I'll have to look at my numbers here, see if I missed anything. But for the most part, they're pretty close to being fully installed. Yeah, because it's 1.36, maybe that's more miners than I'm actually counting here. But yeah, otherwise they're pretty much installed, and they're mining only for 23 days here, so they do curtail quite a bit as well. And we'll see where May comes in at, but we saw March at 25 days. March was a longer month, it was 31 days, I believe, in March. And then February, they actually were mining for the full month, for the most part, except for the ones that got installed here, for only 4 days. So you can see that they do curtail quite a bit, and that's why the Bitcoin per exahash efficiency is down towards the lower end, where they should be closer to like the 80 mark on them. If we look at it, where was it? Right here, right? Okay.